Hello and welcome to the Violet Sanctuary Spa. I'm Tia Johnson, your spiritual consultant, and I had another thought. I know I just posted a video, but I just on a roll with thinking today. So what I was actually thinking about was coming out of the spiritual closet. Now I've been doing these videos for quite some time and like just talking to people about what I do. And it really is a process. I almost forgot about the whole transitioning from like not telling anyone, with the exception of my grandmother who like knew I had dreams and all the other stuff, to like literally telling people about what I do. So what I wanted to say was, you don't have to come out of the spiritual closet. It's totally up to you. For those who do come out the spiritual closet, it's what I notice is that there is a really large mission for them to do. For example, you see a lot of like spiritual teachers and like Reiki masters, people who like just know yoga, like all different kinds of ways to help people. You know, they really go out there and really say, hey, I understand yoga very well. I'm like a master at it. I know certain positions to help you with this, this, and this. And sometimes it isn't always easy because it's not our job to convert people and say, hey, like, this is the new thing. You want to, like, do this because this is a better way of living. This is what you should do. No, more times than not, what I have experienced or read about are people who come to you. They might have a question, something like, I don't understand this. You know, what I noticed that the more you become a healer, like really dive into you being a healer, more people just come to you naturally. They just pick up your sense of service, so to speak. But again, it's not easy sometimes in the beginning, because at least what I noticed on YouTube are that there are a lot of spiteful people, like people who are just really unhappy, and it's a shame because a lot of people who make really bad comments on YouTube are the same people who are trying to promote themselves as being kind and tolerant. For example, on some on some videos that are geared towards Wicca, there are a lot of people. I mean, there are people who post really nice comments, and there are people that just say really terrible things and just say, like, you know, and in my religion, yada yada yada. They're not harming anyone, you know. So it's not always easy to come out the spiritual closet, because there are people that are just downright rude, and some people cannot take that kind of criticism. You know, there are some people that have thick skin, as it's called, and can say, you know what, you're just an unhappy person, you know, and I'll bless you and have a good life. And there are some people that are just really sensitive, not sensitive meaning weak, meaning that they just really haven't. Well, one, they didn't set the boundary there, sort of like a shield of protection, such as asking Archangel Michael to protect them, and excuse me, too, just by nature they just pick up on people's emotions. So it's really hard, and so just come out the spiritual closet isn't always an easy thing, especially if you are living with people who don't approve of certain spiritual works, who have been misinformed about spiritual works, and it can be really, really hard, especially if you're a teenager and you really don't have a say-so in the household, you know, but you have really strong feelings about what you believe in, and you really just can't really display it. It can be so hard. So, just know that you don't have to come out the spiritual closet until you're ready. So you don't have to feel pressure to do anything. You know, you don't need your tools and supplies. For example, if you study Wicca, and you're in a household where people don't accept it, you don't necessarily have to have your book of shadows, you know, your tools like like a cauldron, or gosh, what's another tool? I hope I pronounce this right. Your athame, um, other spiritual stuff like that. Or maybe you want to have the pentacle, like a necklace of the pentacle, and you're just worried, that someone may say something very spiteful to me. So you don't have to have all those things. You don't have to have any of them. I mean, it's very nice when you do, you want to do your ritual work and other stuff like that. But for the sake of you and your sensitivity, till you're ready, it's perfectly fine. But when you do come out of the spiritual closet, it's good too, because you're really just displaying yourself to the world. You're just saying like, hey, look, this is me, take it or leave it, and because you don't want that negativity in your life. People don't have to understand what you do, but they should respect what you do. They shouldn't bash you and anything like that. And that's really what I see on YouTube. So I just really wanted to just really put that out there. Just like, you don't have to worry about coming out the spiritual closet. There's no pressure is what I'm saying. 'Cause I know people, they don't know how to explain it just yet. They don't know how it's going to play out. And that's kind of their fear. Like, maybe so-and-so won't be my friend anymore. Well, if they can't accept you for, the way that you are, then they don't need to be your friend. Yeah, but again, and you might just tell a few close friends. That is totally up to you. You don't owe anyone anything. So if that's something that you want to do, that's perfectly fine. But that you're on your spiritual path. So that's cool. And I just wanted to really make note of that, because I have seen a few things on YouTube, and also people who I talk to. They're not sure how to explain it to people, or they're not sure if it's the right time to just talk about their spirituality and what they believe in. And because the people they hang around with, they're just not sure how it's going to be received. And again, that's okay. If things are going well with you and you feel like it's just best that you keep it to yourself, okay. But there may come a time where you can no longer keep it to yourself, and you just have to just like come out the spiritual closet, just be like, hey, I am more spiritual than anything, or I'm more Wicca, or I'm just more whatever the case may be. And people will respect that if they care about you. And if, like I said earlier, if they just happen to no longer want to be your friend, then so be it. So I hope that was helpful, and everyone have a wonderful holistic day. Let's see, there we go.